do you believe that Jesus died for us?
The day I will see a white man dying for a black man, then I'll believe in the white Jesus dying for black people. The death of Christ, therefore, is a symbolic death, the death of truth, the death of the poor, the death of the marginalized, the death of the children of the soil. And if religion is used to pacify that, then that is the doctrine of demons. For he came to set the captives free. And until Africa is free, there's no Jesus who has died on the cross. Question: if God wanted us in heaven, why did he create us on earth? Now it's a big mission to kill all of us and resurrect us and move us to heaven for 1,000 years and bring us back here again. Why the bother? To kill people during the times of Noah and to preserve the devil. To kill your own son and you don't kill the devil. And apparently you must wait until the end of time to kill the devil. Why kill your son when you can kill the enemy yourself?
So now if this is what you're saying, that until you see a black man free, then you now believe that Jesus died for us, then you still say that sometimes you still go to SDA with your family, then why are you going there? All right. Good evening, Bishop Joshua Maponga. Good evening and welcome to Live Chat with Josie. So many asked also why exactly you left the Seventh-day Adventist.
There's never been a time in Zimbabwe where the State House has become a house of prayer at a national level. If they were really serious about prayer, I would have wanted to see them conducting that prayer in Matopos, our ancient shrine, where Mwari himself is said to have been speaking in those rocks. Why is the African of today running away from the God whom even the white men did not find a better word to replace, but call him Mwari? So when you talk about Mwari, he's not found in the State House. There is a venue that you must go. This now talks to our sacred shrines. That has been desecrated by Europeans, and to have governments in place that do not understand the nature of the Zimbabwean spirituality. It's just a cosmetics to be praying in our churches and doing ceremonies that mean nothing. If we wanted to have a change in the country, there's a spiritual ceremony that must be done.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
So now, okay, when you talk of our traditional knowledge, who was God to our forefathers?
The beautiful part is that Jesus and the devil, their names don't appear in African languages throughout, unless they are actually adverbs or names that are imposting s. But originally, we don't have the name Jesus, we don't have the name devil. What we have, however, in every African tribe is the name God.
Yes,
So
that's
it simply
true.
means that etymologically speaking, every ethnic group in Africa has had an experience with this being, Nyame, Umkopon,
Guy,
whoever he is. And if you go back to those cultures and find out from a language and practices, you would find information that will tell, for example, in the Victoria Falls, Nyame, who is a great snake that actually lives in the basin but goes up in the air, coils up and makes it rain everywhere else, and etc. So we understand that God who controls weather in that thing. And when we have in the symbol of a snake, there is not just a snake, it's of an animal. Which could be devilish in Christian spaces, but actually looking at wisdom, we're looking at healing.
Nyami Nyami, the river god, is a snake-like dragon, but with a fish's head. Believed to inhabit the waters of the Zambezi, this mysterious deity has an equal share of love and hate for the people who live around its channel. But who or what really is Nyami Nyami?
This river god Nyami Nyami really existed in that river, and it helped them in terms of food. They would get parts of it, and that's why it is actually called Nyami Nyami. It's nyama nyama, to pieces of meat. So you would go there when they say, oh, there is it has exposed itself, go and get nyama. Then they would rush there and cut pieces of it. And then after, when it was satisfied that people had gotten enough, it would disappear.
Nyami Nyami is said to have a wife called Kitapo. Through descriptions from those who have seen her, she is believed to be a mermaid-like creature. But unlike Nyami Nyami, she is known to reveal herself from time to time. Gerald believes that by making Nyami Nyami sculptures, he is doing his share in preserving the heritage of the Lozi and Tonga people.
I would like the Nyami Nyami art to continue, because we want also the new generation to know about the Nyami Nyami and to know how it looked like. And if the new generation knows about this, then the other generation also will be updated with it. Then the story will continue like that.
Just like the Greek god Poseidon and the Roman god Neptune, Nyami Nyami is Zambia's own god of the waters. Although Nyami Nyami lives in the Zambezi River, there are several shrines inland that are used to worship him.
The village here is one of the villages that has a shrine that is related to the main shrine for the Bagande clan.
This baobab tree is an example of a Nyami Nyami shrine.
There are two big baobab trees where people used to consult and still consult the rains. And when we are approaching December, before the main ceremony at the chief's palace, that traditionist will come and push the stick into the hole, maybe 3 times, and the sound or the noise that comes from there will tell us whether rains will be good or rains will not be good.
So for me, we've allowed the European to interpret our own narrative. And we needed to take our own narrative and say, no. Actually, when you talk about Musikawano,
Yes.
we are talking about the one who created people. That's his name in Shona. Yes, and so when you begin to look at our own languages, we actually have descriptive names of who God has been to all our African nationals.
We are visiting the great Zimbabwe, retracing our history as African people. And for today, I would like us to take a small little trip and have a look at an instrument they call a mbira.
Nyami Nyami, the river god, is a snake-like dragon, but with a fish's head.
Mbira, which is a Zimbabwean traditional instrument. The spelling is M-B-I-R-A. M-B-I-R-A, which is the 5 letters that we have right there. Now, you would not want to miss it because we're thinking of the great Karanga tribe and it's related also to the Lemba tribe. We look at the word backwards, which will be starting off with an A, which is A, which is for the Aleph. Aleph, which is the beginning of all things. And this is A himself, who is the beginning of all nature and all creation. And now when you put A and you put the A next to it, then you have Ra. Ra, which is the ancient Egyptian understanding of God. And Ra is the sun that we see crossing over the sky. So when the sun comes out, S-U-N, the African theology says the sun, S-O-N, has given us the sun, S-U-N. In other words, the sun that we have is a gift for us from the great Ra himself. Then the word E-Ra, when you put an I in front of it, E-Ra, then that word in Shona, means holy, it means sanctified, it means set apart, it means uncontaminated, it means for usage for ceremonial purity things. So now you have Ira, which is a holy ceremony which is done for Ra, who has come from A. Then you put a word next to it again, which is B, which makes it Bira. Bira then is a traditional African, particularly the Zimbabwean traditional culture, where we celebrate our lives, our past, and our future, where we consult and reconnect with our roots as African people. Bira, therefore, it is a celebration which we do once in a while, once in a quarter, once in a year. We come back together, we come around together, we drink, we eat, we celebrate, and we are happy for life itself. So Bira is a ceremony which is holy, which is for Ra, who has come to us from A. Then finally, you have put the word M there, then it becomes Mbira, which is this instrument which I'm holding in my hand right now. Therefore, Mbira is an instrument that we play during the Bira, which is a holy ceremony, Ira, for Ra, who has come from A.